There we go. I don't know why my microphone did not connect there, but hello. Yes, I know, no volume. Sorry about that. It should be good now. Alluring, right? Um, how are you? How is life? As you guys can see, I've already stood up. I am ready to go. Um, I mean, there's not much else to say. As you guys can see, the setup is still the laptop setup. And it is because we are now waiting for another part for my computer to come in. We tried rebuilding my computer yesterday, but turns out I need a new power supply unit. So a little bit of a bummer, but it is already being shipped out. We just ordered it yesterday, so looks like it'll come in on Thursday, but we hope it'll come in even sooner. So yeah, a bit of a bummer there. Yeah, so yesterday was just sort of a really weird, kind of a really weird off day because we spent so much of the day trying to rebuild my computer, and we were running into a few issues here and there. And then ultimately we couldn't even boot up the computer because I needed a new power supply unit. So just kind of this week has started off on a really weird foot. Yeah, but I'm glad you guys are here. Megan, Copano, and Brendan. Yes, I will survive it just fine. I've survived much worse. But it still is a bit of a bummer. It's still, like, I don't want to stand here denying that I'm not feeling the most mentally, like, super happy, you know? Yeah, things are a little off is how I would describe it. So that's actually one of the reasons why I have reintroduced the timer. I've definitely had a lot of trouble trying to focus, both yesterday and today. So I feel like the timer can help me focus. And now, right now, I don't feel that it's going to put pressure on me. And in fact, it's going to actually help me stay in the zone, stay present. That's kind of what I need right now. I need something to keep me in the present moment. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I hope you guys are doing okay. If you guys are feeling good about it, please let me know in the comments, in the chat here, you know, how you're doing. Sounds like Megan's life is dramatic, but it's good. That's great. I love to hear that it's still good. Excellent. So I have a lot on my mind. I went to my first therapy session yesterday as well. So that has gotten me to consider a lot of things I haven't considered for a very long time. So I'm a little bit topsy-turvy. Do I still have my data? I do. Thank you, Copano, for asking. We did check it. We did this weird Frankenstein kind of Frankenstein conjoined twins sort of thing where John hooked up the power supply. I think it was, no, hooked up my data to a different computer just to see if the data was fine, and it was. So we're good. The data is completely fine. It's just the motherboard just decided to fry itself. So once the motherboard dies, you have to get a new CPU, which means you need to get a new CPU fan. We did not switch out the graphics card. However, my new CPU is so strong, needs lots of power, I don't know how else to describe it, that I needed to get a new power supply unit, especially if one day I am going to, probably someday soon, I will be upgrading my graphics card too. So with all of the upgrades, I'm gonna need to have a more powerful power supply unit. So we decided to just jump on it. It was a really great price, so we did it. But yeah, all my data is fine. Megan, your fifth grader just graduated from elementary today. You hate getting older. That is quite dramatic. It is indeed quite dramatic. The huge congrats to your fifth grader. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm going to get the timer going and let's just start practicing. Let me see. Where did I put? I was showing a student my ear plugs, and now I realize I have no idea where I put it. It could not have gone far. It literally could only be in this room. Where on earth would I have put it? What the heck? Did I put it in here? No. Give me a second, guys. Where on earth would it have slipped? Oh. I was covering it with this. Okay. There it is. It's right here. Check the dog's mouth. Yes. I don't have pets. But if I did, I would have checked the dog's mouth. Absolutely. That's your normal fear. Oh, man. Oh, no, I'm so sorry to hear you're sick, Michael. Take all the time you need to get well. If you don't get well before the big event, don't sweat it. Events come and go. It's really not the end of the world. It's really okay. Your health is number one. All right. So look after yourself, and also keep other people safe as well. It's very important to, be like very cognizant of the fact that of what is truly important here. Yeah, but take care of yourself. That's the most important. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to hit the timer here. The timer is now going. We are just going to jump straight into some harmonics, and we're just going to go down the list. I'm going to give myself about 5-ish minutes to do my harmonics. Give me a sec, guys. If I bring this back up, then you guys will see it. Okay. Oh, right. Give me a second. So I forgot that my timer doesn't work unless it's actually in focus somewhere on the screen. So I'm just going to make sure it is in focus somewhere on the screen. Let me move you guys here, and then I'm going to need to do a little bit of rejiggering here. So pardon me. I'm just going to, pause that. And I am going to, you guys are not going to be able to see this at all. But yeah, it needs to be visible on my screen. Otherwise, my computer doesn't know what to do with it, which is hilarious to think about. Okay, So if I put it there, give me a sec to rejigger this. Okay. All right, there it is. There's my timer. This is how I do it, guys. Is that not the jankiest thing you've ever seen in your life? Because it is to me. I forgot about that. Right. It's so funny. It just will not continue if it's not in focus. So, or if it's not visible somewhere on my screen. Okay, there it is. We've got it going. So if we do that and I keep practicing, yeah, it still goes. Okay, perfect. All right, let's keep doing harmonics. Jackie, how are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. I got a timer going just to keep me focused. So we're spending the first 5 minutes on harmonics just so I get like a really good warm up. Oh, you're binging my old videos? Thank you. Out of curiosity, what shows up? I'm curious what the algorithm puts out. Hey, Rogue, how are you? Welcome back. I've got my timer out. It feels good to have a timer out. I can feel that it's really helping me keep focused here. And like my brain isn't so prone to wander. Because I've had a really weird start to the week, and I just kind of like I'm not used to everything that's happening, so I'm just kind of like, I think it's better that I have something that makes me focus. Okay, I just wanted to just kind of, there. That looks a little bit better to me. Okay, we'll do that. But that means this guy needs to come out a little bit. Oh, there. Okay, perfect. So, let's now do De La Sonorite, and I want to spend, maybe let's go down to the 45-minute mark, countdown that is. We'll do that and see where we are by that point. Okay, so we're on 36. Oof. Our high note is, our bass note is high B. Okay, good to know, good to know. So A, C, E, G, B, yep. Okay, these are tone exercises, they're leaps. So we're gonna have fun doing this. Here we go. Okay, so the fun part is that now I have to slur everything. Chi Eduardo, hello, hello. How are you? Hey, Sean. Hello, hello. Oh, Rogue, you're tired. 3 more days until you start the drive home. Woo! Oh, that's gonna feel so good. So I get on stream at either 11 a.m. Pacific or 4 p.m. Pacific, and I switch. Like my schedule switches between the 2 weeks, so that's why it's kind of random. So mostly for my reviews, Jackie. You're watching a lot when you're looking for flute and piccolo, but this time you were watching my Teaching Mom Flute series. I love that series. But same times, yeah, if I'm not on, so I'm starting to kind of settle on streaming on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, because that frees up my Mondays and Fridays. So if I'm not streaming at 11 a.m. Pacific, I'm streaming at 4 p.m. Pacific. If you're waiting around at 4 p.m. Pacific and I'm not on, it means I streamed earlier that day. So that's kind of what I've settled on. Yeah. Who knows? I might do some streams even earlier in the future. Unsure. Okay. Anyway, shall we? I'm going to now slur everything. Yay. Okay. That's not terrible, I would say. It's not terrible. I think I'm holding a lot of things in my brain at the same time. So I'm trying to actually like slide onto that key fast enough because I have really thin fingers. And then the other part is making sure I'm staying supported and I'm resonating the spot in the correct place, and my lip needs to come out every single time I play the high B, which means that if I go lower and lower, the lowest notes need to just relax. And I found myself rolling in my lower lip, and then I actually was able to tell myself to just relax it. So I'm counting that as a success, because once I catch myself making that mistake of rolling my lower lip in, I can immediately get myself to relax my lower lip correctly instead, like right after. So I'm counting that as a success. Now, I did say that I was going to go down to the 45-minute mark on the timer here with this. So I'm going to allow myself to do it again. And I think what I'm going to do is focus more on the larger intervals. So I'm going to probably start with a 2-octave leap between the high B and the low register B. So we're talking B between B6 and B4. Okay. Much better. Adriano, hello, welcome. How are you doing? Ulysses, hello. This is not a lip guard. It's the whole lip plate is Mopani wood. If you want to know what my whole flute specs are, my bot should spit it out to you soon. But welcome to the chat, Adriano, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, and Ulysses. I also hope I'm saying your name correctly. Welcome to the chat. I hope you guys are having a great day. I am off on a really weird foot this week, and I'm finding it so hard to focus. So that's why I have a timer here right now. I'm like, it's keeping me focused. No worries. Do not apologize for being a clarinet player. I'm so flattered that that people who play other instruments watch this. So thank you. No, don't apologize. You're good. Oh, gee, Eduardo, you're so sweet. Okay, we have 20 seconds, so we're going to play a little bit more with this. I agree with Sean saying high B is a little gnarly because sometimes you need the right hand ring finger and sometimes the right hand middle finger on it, depending on the context. Yes, very gnarly. I do find that regardless of which finger I use, because my fingers are so thin, they tend, like, the distance at which I need to travel is a lot more than other people who have girthier fingers. So I can't just kind of like lean my hand to the side. I know that some people who have girthier fingers can just lean their hand over to the side and it's no problem. I can't do that. My fingers are literally too thin. So I actually have to like do a pretty big slide. So this was good practice for that. Okay. So we have done that. Let's update our, let's update this. Here we go. Practice checklist here. We will be doing number 37. And then we are doing 1 and 2. And I believe this is on the next page. So we have finally made it through another page. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of circular breathing. I'm not gonna spend too much on it. I'm gonna give myself like three minutes to do this. So looking at our timer here. Okay, at the 40-ish and a half-ish mark, we will move on. So I'm starting out on my hand just to verify that I actually am pushing out air while I'm inhaling. Okay. Try it on the flute. Okay, it's not bad. Valmir, hello and welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Okay. I have a bit of time. That went okay. So I do want to try doing it during just a nice low 1 octave F major scale. Course, and then I went and did 2 octaves. Well, I'm gonna try it again. I'm just feeling it out right now. See you later, Sean. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, not bad. That's better than I thought it would be. Does take me a few goes to convince myself to do it. I've only practiced this seriously. Probably, I guess seriously is like the beginning of this year. So January, something like that. It's not very long that I've been doing it. Okay, not bad. So let's look at what we're doing next. We're doing technique. And let's do this for, we'll see how long the exercise is. We'll give us maximum 10 minutes. We'll do that. So at the 30-minute mark, I have to stop. So we are doing, is it 241? It is 241. So we are doing 241. Okay, so 241. What is it? Oh boy, it's a long one. Okay, that's fine. So we're doing C harmonic minor. Yeah, C harmonic minor. Let's go. Let's do it. that good. We're calling that good. I'm going to give my ear a little rest from the earplug, and I'm also just going to give myself a rest until the 30-minute mark. I can feel it. I was just trying to push through to see what my stamina is like. I do not actually think my stamina has fully recovered. But also this was a little bit demanding. So, which Trevor Y section do I suggest to begin with? Page 6, harmonics. If you were here earlier, I'm not sure, Che Eduardo, if you were here earlier, but I was actually doing one of the harmonic exercises from that book, from that page, that is. So page 6 in the tone book. Well, if you get the omnibus, then it's still page 6. But yeah, I highly recommend starting from page 6, for sure. Harmonics will just help you get to know your flute really well. Don't overdo it though. Okay. Set a timer for 15 minutes, because a lot of people, when they start doing harmonics, they immediately go ham. Like, they go way too ham. So I highly recommend you set a timer for 15 minutes. Once the timer hits 0, you walk away. Okay. You can mark where you last left off on the page, so you can pick up from there the next day, but do not go more than 15 minutes of harmonics per session, only because from my experience of teaching it, most people get very fatigued if they go beyond the 15 minutes. But my students who show the most progress the fastest are the ones who do stick with the 15 minutes per practice session harmonics. All right. When the timer hits 0, walk away with the CD. What happens if you do? You get fatigued. You get real fatigued, like really fatigued. And then your practicing will become very unpredictable. And like in terms of like you getting to know your flute, you're going to feel like things are, unstable. It's never what you expect it to be. Like you're like, well, it felt this way yesterday. How come it doesn't feel that way today? And it's probably because what you're remembering was how it felt when you were tired. Okay. Very important. At least that's what I believe. Other people might contest me. Anyway, we are 1 minute late to come back to the Ibert. So we are going to do the Ibert. What did we say we're going to do today? Let me check my checklist here. We're going to drill all of movement 3, 1 to 2 times each section plus evaluate. Okay, let's just go from last time we ran it through in order. Well, we did a run through, and I don't want it to feel like that. So we're going to start from the end. We're going to start from the last section and like drill it 1 or 2 times and just continue. I'll do sort of a verbal evaluation. We will do this until the 50-minute mark. And then we will move on to my Genshin stuff. Okay, here we go. Ooh, I just realized I need to put my earplugs back in. What else from that book? Page 7 to 24 is your kind of basic long tones. And then a lot of my students really like the articulation section. So the start with single tonguing and then go into double tonguing, triple tonguing. Triple tonguing is actually just double tonguing, but like you're just doing ta ka ta, or you superimpose double tonguing on top of triplets. That's all it really is. So yeah, lots of people really like the articulation section. The Machiavellian exercises in the technique section is really good too. So yeah, I like the book. Okay. I think what I need to do is actually run the beginning of this. The rest of it is actually okay. I think I'm getting too fast too soon. So I'm going to keep that in mind for next time. Just right at that part, I'm going to let myself do a longer windup so that by contrast, the last bit that gets really fast up to the A flat sounds faster. So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up one section. Okay, so the evaluation for that, pretty darn good. I would say that I'm getting a little bit better with my breath efficiency. Finally. It's been a hot moment since I've come back from Singapore. But it's coming back. I think I'm still wasting air a little bit, but that was okay. So we're going to leave that. We're going to go one section above. Okay, the not overblowing thing is going really well. There's only one spot that I really want to do better, and I'm going to do that part right now. We'll take that. Oh, that's so nice, Chia Eduardo. Oh, Eduardo, that's so nice. I'm so glad you had a great experience. Aw. Okay, we go back one section and see how this goes. Okay, I think I am rushing the middle register C-ish notes, and I need to take a bigger breath before that really long bit, before that high note, and really conserve my air. So we'll do this one more time. Okay, interesting discovery. It was that it wasn't actually so much the middle register notes as much as I was overshooting, reaching for the B flat lever. So it could have been from sort of residual from my practice with like getting my fingers over onto the trill keys fast enough. And I think I was overshooting now. So that fixed itself. But I think I was thinking so much about breath efficiency, I was actually distracting myself from that long bit at the end. But the breath efficiency worked. So I'm going to do it again. Yeah, that's better. And I just have to remember where to place the A in my mouth. It needs to be a tad more forward than I think it needs to be, just because that area is actually a problem area on my flute. So let's go back one section. Here we go. It's I'll take that. I'll take that. I think what I was doing was I was squeezing at first to go up to the high C, but I just imagined I was playing one octave lower so that I don't overblow and I don't have to squeeze in order to restrict how much air is coming out, and it came out beautifully and nice and supported. So I will keep that in mind for next time. Going back one more big section. Okay, I do need to, I'm still not confident going from the F to the A flat. So we're going to work on that. Better because I remembered where to place that A as well. And also I'm making sure that I'm just like really giving that high A flat the time it deserves. And that really seemed to help. Okay, back another big section. It's a big section. actually the next bit that I need to do. So this one actually might require some pedal stuff. Okay, got my Bluetooth pedal going. There we go. Getting it closer to me. Okay. There we go. Oh gosh. Hello, Victor. Hello, Ryan. Your flute doesn't have these notes. Adriana. That's a really nice thing to say. Thank you. I'm doing all right. I'm feeling better, especially after having practice. Just for you, Victor. Okay. There's one spot that I actually need to practice. It's my hand posture. I was slipping back into my old hand posture where I was actually locking my thumb against the thumb key, which also locks my index finger on the C sharp key or C key. So I need to make sure that the weight of the flute is actually on the side of my hand instead. So I have to make sure I'm doing more of a rockstro grip there. So I'm going to do that part right there. I figured out a fingering thing that I want to do there. I do see that I'm running out of time though, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I need to use B flat lever there because there's no way with the way that I'm doing it that I can guarantee that it's going to be clean otherwise. So we'll leave that and continue upwards. Okay. Okay. It's okay. The breathing efficiency thing definitely helped out here. I think it's just in the very beginning, ironically, that I didn't quite get. Okay, I'm okay with that. Oh, we're bleeding into our Genshin time, but I'm not that far off, so I think I'm just gonna finish this. We will keep going. Okay. That's it. Okay. The half step down is definitely messing with me right now. 100% is messing with me. So I need to keep that in mind a little bit more in the forefront of my mind here. We will definitely keep that in mind for the next time. And then we just have 2 short sections to go and we are done this. I just need to be able to place that A flat exactly where it needs to be. Right, one more section. Okay, it's not bad. I still need to place that high A where it needs to go. It's just I'm tucking it a little bit too far back. I figured out what was going on there. So I was doing a bit of like a just kind of like rotating my hand, but I really can just very evenly lift each finger individually, independently. So there's that, placing the high A exactly where it needs to go. We're good to go. Do I suggest buying the breathing tube thing with the ball and a straw? If it works for you, why not? Greg, how are you doing? Welcome. I hope you're doing great. Usia, hello. How to flute like Squidward? I don't know. Let's see. Do I do anything in particular to prevent my piccolo from cracking? It's really just be aware of humidity changes and temperature changes. So you don't ever want to do something that's like very extreme. And you also don't want to do extreme changes. That's the most important thing, for sure. Hooked on Sea of Stars. Oh, I started that a while ago, and I kind of dropped out because I got a little bit distracted by everything else, but I love the music. My favorite is when the pirate band covers all of the songs in, like, I think the pirate band actually covers every song in the game. I'm pretty sure they do. And it is so cute. That person who's playing the flute part has no business playing that instrument that well. Like, I think it's a slide whistle. And do you know that person? Do you know who does it? I mean, you're in the field, so I wonder if you know who does that like slide whistly part. Because it is magnificent. And it is everything. That person has no business playing that instrument so well. It's like someone playing an automaton really well. Was it live? I think it sounds live. It sounds live to me. To me, it does. So anyway, I have less than 1 minute to do a little bit of Genshin, so we're going to do that. In fact, I might go over time a little bit. It's okay. Y'all are fine with that, right? Because I'm fine with that. Going over time to do fun stuff is okay. Says Joanna. Okay. Yeah, but I feel like this timer thing really helped me keep, to what I wanted to do. Okay. In which case, you know what? We're just going to stop the timer. It's gone. Ah, yes, I do need to swab this out. See you later, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining. More time, more good. I suppose so. I suppose you could say that. Oh, putting on the timer today was exactly what I needed. You know, a month ago, putting on the timer would have put way too much pressure on me. But then now, because today like this week, I'm just having so much trouble focusing. Oh, the timer is such a godsend. I think I might just start timing my other all of my other things on my to-do list as well, just to keep me focused, you know? Okay. I think what I want to do is practice the end of this. Reese Miller. If you know them, can you tell them that they're amazing on my behalf? Because I freaking love it. Oh, it is everything. All right, let's do a little bit again. Well, if Reese Miller ever sees this, please know that your work on the slide whistle has not gone unnoticed. It is like insane. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go look up Sea of Stars, look up the Pirate Band, look up Sea of Stars Pirate Band, and you will hear this amazing, amazing slide whistle being played. Was it such a Shinobu moment that I just did? Thank you. Okay, I want to do that again, just because I tend to start mashing my fingers towards the end instead of actually like lifting up the correct fingers. So let's do this. Okay. To make the top part even clearer one day. I don't think today is that day. So we'll just keep that in mind as something I want to do. I'm going to keep my mouth a little bit more open, resonate a little bit higher, and just not force the air as much. I think that's what I want to do. But I can kind of feel it ain't going to happen today. So we're going to be okay with it. I just kind of want to touch on a few other parts in here. I feel tired. So I'm going to pack up now. But I'm okay with that. I feel good about what I just did. Okay. Turning off my Bluetooth music pedal. I killed it again this past weekend. Good on me. Anyway, we're going to start packing up while we answer a few questions here. So Chia Eduardo is asking about the tarnish on your body. If it indeed is tarnish, so it's like black, right? Like black spots. If that's the case, honestly, you don't really need to worry about it. Because when you eventually take your flute in for a COA, the flute actually gets dunked in a tarnish dissolving solution. Like they take off all the keys, so it's just kind of a naked tube, and then they just like dunk it in a like a tarnish bath. Basically, it's like a silver polished bath. So, I personally don't ever even try to remove it. Personally, for me, I have very heavy hands, so I have botched my previous flutes before trying to clean off the tarnish. I ended up scratching it really, really terribly. So I actually don't really recommend that you guys try to get it off that much. However, there are ways to prevent more tarnish from showing up, which is doing what I do. Wipe down your flute very quickly at the end of every practice session. So if we go... well, let's see. I think what I should do is make... hello, I am back. And so are you guys. Okay, so I'll show you guys over here. Like I'll clean up over here. Let me just move my microphone off to the side a little bit. But yeah, so I will do a quick wipe down every single time. Now, if what Jackie said was if the body of your flute is silver plated, you could try a bit of rubbing alcohol. Yes, that is actually one way to, like, if your lip plate, for example, is metal. Do not do it if your lip plate is wood like mine. But if your lip plate is metal, you can actually sanitize it with rubbing alcohol, as that's what I understand to be the case. If you are a flute repair person and you think otherwise, please let us know in the chat or in the comment section below. I am always open to being corrected. But yeah, so I will first swab my flute. So here's me doing that. So I love my single pass swab here. So I like to put it in here for safekeeping while I, take apart the flute, just so that, parts aren't rolling around or anything. So let me just stash that in here. Get that out. I'm going to put that in here. Now, a lot of people don't actually wipe the outside of the flute the way that I do. And that is totally fine if you do not have a problem with, your oils and stuff kind of building up on the flute. I do, because I'm a very oily person. So I just got into the habit many, many, many years ago now that every single time I put away my flute, I give it a quick wipe down. So at the moment, though, I'm still swabbing. Almost done here. Cool. So we're totally dry now. I'm just going to put everything in here for safekeeping while I take out each part to wipe down. So this is just a microfiber flute polishing cloth. I think generally speaking, you want to buy polishing cloths, like microfiber polishing cloths that are actually for flutes. From my understanding, it's because the microfiber itself is like the material is like a finer grade, so it won't straight up scratch your flute. Here we go. I'm just very lightly going over the keys, very lightly going over the rod. This is extremely light. And then I wipe down the tube, wipe down as best as I can between the keys, but I don't go hard. Like there are definitely still some spots in there between the keys that I can't quite get off, but I'm leaving it, just straight up leaving it. I'm gonna do the same thing with the body. I hold on to the neck and then I just very lightly rub the microfiber polishing cloth. This is very light the way that I'm doing it. Very, very light. I'm not smashing the keys. I'm also wipe very lightly with a very light touch, wiping down the rods. And then I'm wiping down the keys on the other side. Then I wipe down the tube. There we go. Stick my finger between the C keys. And then I will actually hold on to the flute using the microfiber polishing cloth, tuck it back into my flute using the microfiber polishing cloth so that I don't leave my fingerprints on the flute. Then I do something similar with the head joint. I just wipe it down. I don't mind so much leaving my my fingerprints on the tenon because you don't really see that part. But I will, for the sake of this one though, I will, you can hold on to the flute using the microfiber polishing cloth and then tuck it back into your case here. I did totally just touch my flute here, so I'm just gonna wipe it down really quickly again. Just really quickly, I just touched it a little. So there you go. I took a little longer doing that this time, but you guys will probably see just from me cleaning up in front of you guys. You guys have probably seen me do it really fast actually. But just very lightly like wiping down your flute like that after every time you play makes a huge difference. Like huge difference. So you will notice far less buildup. It's not a perfect polish, but you don't need it to be perfect. You just need, essentially, it's just maintenance. That's all you're doing. And so far, anyone who has, like, I don't think the repair people who have worked on my flute are just being nice. I think they do mean it when they tell me that I do take very good care of my flute. And guys, this is all I do. I don't do anything else. I do not, like, do rubbing alcohol on it. I don't do nothing. Like, I literally, all I do is just 3 things. It's swab, I wipe it down, and if the keys are, I can tell are a little sticky. I don't particularly live in a place that's that humid, but if I can tell that the keys are getting sticky, I will blot them very lightly with a microfiber. I actually use a microfiber polishing cloth, but you can use like the BG reusable microfiber pad cleaner. But that's it. Blot your pads. Do not slide it out. You'll rip the pads, okay? Just blot it, okay? Blot your pads. Swab the flute. Wipe down the flute gently. That's it. That's all I do. I don't do anything else. And so far, every single time I bring in my flute for a COA, I have been told that I take very good care of my flute. So there you go. How to prevent scratches. The thing is, you just have to be careful. Okay. Now, scratches are going to happen. When they happen, it's not the end of the world. Okay. So I have switched to a silicone ring for when I play the flute. My wedding ring is upstairs and I will go out with my wedding ring. Sometimes I don't though. And, cause you know, John and I know that we're married to each other, you know? Yeah, so like, you know, just be careful, like when you're around things that can potentially scratch the flute, just move a little slower, you know, don't be in such a hurry. You know, don't put your flute on a music stand that's prime for scratching the flute, you know. So just, you know, be very careful about how you store the instrument, move a little bit slower around the instrument. If a person who has a very heavy hand like myself can more or less take care of their flute pretty well over the years, then you can too. I will say though, scratches are inevitable. If you own it, you will scratch it. It's kind of like getting a car. It doesn't matter how well you take care of your car. You know, you're taking your car places. You know, your car is going to be subject to the elements, to things that you can't control. You know, someone might bump their cart into your car and then it gets scratched. You know, like, so something can happen to your flute that's completely out of your control. It is what it is. Now, the nice thing is that repair people are like wizards, okay? You show them a scratch and you can ask them, hey, can you get this out to the best of your ability? They'll be like, cool, we'll do it. And then you're going to look at your flute and be like, I don't even know where the scratch went. They can probably tell. So the repair people can probably see it. But us with our untrained eyes will not be able to see it. All right, so there you go. You want to learn how to service flutes. You want to look into flute or instrument repair courses. Some people are putting those out these days to look into those courses. And then you also want to try and get an apprenticeship. That's a great way to learn. So as far as I understand, when I looked into it, because I was actually thinking of doing this at one point in my life, when I looked into it, that's what I was looking into, was courses and apprenticeships. Yeah. Like, essentially, it's like internships. How does my Hanes leather case cover have, does my leather case have a shoulder strap? No, it does not. So personally, you need a shoulder strap. If you need a shoulder strap, my personal favorites are the Flute or Scooter bags. They're a little bit bulkier, but I like the shoulder straps. There's one that you can get that's super wide. So I have that over here. I've had this particular Flute or Scooter bag for a really long time. You guys may recognize this from a very old video. But there we go. You can see how wide this shoulder strap is. It is so comfortable. I really enjoy bringing this around. So I actually use this as my case if I have to bring just the flute around. The flute center, I don't know if the flute center is, because this still has the old flute center logo on it, but I'll go and grab it. Let me just get everything back in order, guys. Okay, there we go. I think you can get, at the very least, a similar Flute or Scooter bag. So this one is thinner than the other one I just showed you. But it's still pretty darn roomy. And this one happens to have the old Flute Center logo. They've updated it now because they're not just Flute Center of New York. But I think you can get a very similar Flute or Scooter bag just from Flute or Scooter. I really like this. The straps are very comfortable. I did not think that this shoulder strap was going to be as comfortable as it actually is. It was really comfortable to carry around. So I actually carried my flute around in this at the Seattle Flute Festival back in April. So I had a great time doing it. So like if you're looking for like a stylish bag that's also very practical, the Flute or Scooter bags are really fantastic. I'm not getting a commission for saying this, by the way. Although you probably can use my code if you order through the Flute Center. I think you can. So you can browse to see what Flute Center has, but I actually really like the Flute Center branded Fleer scooter bag. I really, really like this. So yeah. Wow, I went into way more detail than I thought I would. Yeah. Hello. Let's see. Yeah, you can ask your, that's a great idea, Chi Eduardo, to ask your band teacher to like experiment on an old flute. Lots of people do that. You can also, yeah, basically the limited edition. You can also, Chi Eduardo, you can also look around eBay, because eBay, tons of people are selling their old flutes from like the 70s, you know? So like you can, it's actually not that expensive to buy a really old beat up flute. I actually highly recommend that as just something that you can tinker with. Yeah, like you could just order off of eBay, just like a super old flute that's like falling apart, you know? It truly is a great way to just kind of like figure out how things work, you know? Yeah, like $30 to $70. Yeah, I've seen it insanely cheap. So like, highly recommend. Just, you know, I've had actually quite a few students who have ordered, why is this telling me that I can't close these? There we go. Yeah, so I've had quite a few students just, you know, tell me that they bought their flute, like just an old flute off of eBay. Facebook Marketplace is another place that you can try and find really old beat up flutes for really, really cheap. I think I have one student who just bought hers for like $50 just from someone who's trying to get rid of it from their closet, you know. Welcome back from dinner, Michael. I hope you had a lovely dinner. Speaking of which, I actually need to go soon because I need to go prep some dinner. Yeah. Jackie, you've thought about experimenting on your old piccolo because you don't know if it's worth getting repaired. Would be nice if it was usable. Yeah, why not? You know, the only thing is that you just have to know that piccolo parts are even smaller than flute parts. So if you're going to like experiment around, you might want to do it on the flute first, just because the flute is a little bigger, you know, so you can kind of see a little bit more what's going on. You're feeling good, Michael. That's great. Good. I don't really know what to suggest starting on for basics. I would not be the person to ask because I have no experience with it. I've not actually tried. I've thought of doing it and then I never actually did it. I do think that it would make for a hilarious video of me, you know, taking apart a flute. I just think that it would be a really fun thing to do with the flute center. So, you know, that might be something we do in the future. It might be hilarious. You know, like if I bought like a random really old beat up flute off of eBay and then brought it to the flute center and had them like essentially like, you know, filmed us like having them essentially train me a little bit, sort of like a crash course, you know, I think would be hilarious. Yeah, right. So like I guess you could say I've been sort of saving it for that because I want to capture my reaction to it for the first time, you know. Like I've seen my flute get taken apart, but I wasn't the one taking it apart. So, you know. Ooh, udon noodles. That sounds so good. Jackie, you got an Armstrong for $100 with a silver head in middle school. What a steal. What a steal. Do I still have my pink flute? I don't. I gave it to my friend. Because he's going to run some 3D printing experiments on it. So, yeah, I gave it to him. Anyway, just taking a look at the time here, I think I'm going to go and excuse myself. Today was lovely. I feel like I got a great flute workout in. I feel a lot more productive. I feel a lot more focused. So I'm going to go and prep some dinner and maybe do a little bit of work before dinner. So that's the plan. I'm feeling really great. I think I will keep up the timer, especially on days that I feel like today, like I just feel like I can't focus. So yeah, that was fantastic. That felt so good. Yeah, GG's. All right. I love y'all so much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe. I do want to ask you guys, though. I have considered, I think I need to wait until I rebuild my computer, my desktop computer, though. I have put on hold streaming Genshin Impact, but I actually want to again. I do want to stream, at the very least, my own reaction to like the Nouvellette story quest, the Ridesley story quest. I like those two especially. I know they're really old story quests now, but I really like Nouvellette and Ridesley, so I thought it'd be really fun to stream it. I don't know, are you guys interested in that? Let me know if you're interested. Hey Alden, welcome back. How are you doing? But yeah, let me know. You can let me know in the comments, guys, if you guys would be interested. I will say that when I stream my gaming streams, I tend to do a pretty hard, what's apparently called a streamer tax, which is that you end up talking quite a bit. Like you're reacting to it, you talk about what it reminds you of. And I find that you guys can get to know me a lot better. There is some personal aspects of my life that I just have no opportunity to talk about otherwise, that I am comfortable sharing with you guys, but you know, I just kind of need something to prompt me to talk about it. So if you guys are curious about how those gaming streams kind of go, you can check out my streams from back in December. So just scroll through my live videos until you get to the ones that were streamed in December, and they're all about the Fontaine story quest in Genshin Impact. And you guys, like, even if you guys don't know the story and you don't know like how the combat works or anything, you don't have to worry about all that, because it's pretty much a story. It's just a story being told to us that we're playing through. And I do actually talk a lot about my own personal stories, what it reminds me of, stuff like that. So it's a great way to get to know me if you guys want to. So you guys can take a look and let me know if you guys would be down for me to stream more. I have been thinking about it recently, and I just thought it would be really fun. So yeah, sounds fun. Okay, never seen Genshin Impact. Well, I can, you know, you can take a look at me streaming Genshin Impact from before. You played a little Genshin recently. It was quite fun. Yeah, Jackie. Yeah. So yes, I think the engine is based on the same engine that Breath of the Wild was made on. So like a lot of that looks the same, but the combat's completely different. The story is completely different. Yeah. So like I really enjoyed. I haven't stopped enjoying Genshin since it came out in 2020. So yeah, I am a day one player, if you guys are wondering. And it's because of John. John was actually a beta player. So yeah, Breath of the Wild, exactly. So if you guys are interested, please go and check out my old streams. You know, you can just have them in the background while you're doing chores or whatever. But you'll hear a little bit more about me. It's just a little bit more of a personal look into me. But yeah. Played it on your phone. Crazy considering how big of a game it is. Yes, it's a huge game. If you're playing it on your phone, you're seeing what? Isn't it like 30, 40 gigs? Something like that? It's like 30 gigs or something, right? Crazy. It's huge. But yeah. I also play Star Rail. I have considered, I said I wouldn't stream Star Rail, but there's a part of me that sometimes is like, while I'm farming or like doing kind of like menial tasks, basically, it would be really fun to have you guys like to talk to too while doing it. So I don't know if I'm going to do it, but definitely the Nouvellette and the Ridesley story quest, I was thinking of doing that. Yeah. Yes, it's huge, Chi Eduardo. It's a huge game. So like you have to make sure that your device has enough room to put it on. So as you can imagine, I have both Genshin and Star Rail. So like more than half of my phone is Genshin and Star Rail. Because I have it on my phone. I also have it on my laptop here. I also have it on my desktop. Yeah, it's so I can just like kind of play on any device that I have. Anyway, Monster Legends, yes, is apparently a good one. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go now. So I already said goodbye to you guys 5 minutes ago, and I kind of kept yapping. So I'm gonna really go this time. I love you all so very much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe to the best of your ability. I know that life can just throw you lemons sometimes, but make that lemonade. All right. Do the self-care things that you need to take care of yourself, and because there is no music without the musician. I will see you guys. See you later, Jody. I do see you. Hello, hello. I will see you guys tomorrow for an 11 a.m. Stream. So yeah, I think we're going to do the timer thing again. I'll see you then. Good night. Have a lovely day wherever you are in the world. And we are going to come back and get some more work done tomorrow. All right. Later, guys. Bye.